Hey there, are you 55 plus 50 and older, considered an older worker? Are you receiving Social Security and thinking you'd like to enhance your income or bring more money in? Or you retired and you're thinking, I need to go back to work because I need to subsidize my income? Or you just enjoy working and you want to get back out to work again, but you're considered an older worker with all the challenges that you may face as an older worker. Well, I got some good news for you because I am going to share with you 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hacks to help you get back out into the world of work and be successful at attaining meaningful employment. I have been a career coach, vocational coach, whatever you want to call it, for the last 20 plus years. I have experience as an older worker. I look for part-time work all the time, and I have been quite successful and maybe a little bit older than most of you who are actually looking for work. So believe me, I have tips that will be very helpful for you. These are hacks. So let's go ahead and get busy because I don't want you to be worried thinking, oh, I'm too old or nobody's going to hire me. If you have that attitude, well, that may just be the case. But we're going to try and defeat some of that attitude, if you have that attitude, or if you don't have that attitude and just need some tips on how to be successful at looking for work, you've come to the right place. I have 10 hacks, and I'm going to go through them one by one, and pay attention because it will be worth your while. Alrighty? Alright, so let's get started. Hack number 1, embrace technology, one app at a time. So you can run, you can hide, but you can't get away from technology. Technology is here to stay. And maybe back when you first started working as an older worker, technology wasn't as prevalent. Well, it's a fact. It wasn't as prevalent as it is today. I was working a job, a little while ago, and I have a Samsung phone, and I love my Samsung phone. I don't have an iPhone, but when I started working, they gave me an iPhone. They said, you'll need to use this for all the apps and all the software. Everything that I need to know was on that iPhone. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I got two phone, walking around with two phones. I don't want to learn how to use the iPhone with all the apps. And I was crying to myself, of course. But guess what? I got the hang of it. I asked my supervisor one time about this or that because they understand that, this is new for you. But I tell you one thing, I didn't keep asking them. I figured it out for myself. Our payroll, everything was on there. I was working with clients. I had to put clients' notes on there. I had to clock in. Everything was on that phone, but I mastered it. Okay? So embrace technology. And the way you want to do that, you want to take one software or one tool at a time and learn it, like Zoom, which is a virtual way of interviewing. So you definitely want to get up to speed on that. That's critical. LinkedIn, Google Dot. You want to learn some of the basic software that employers are using. And especially since you're looking for work, they're going to expect you to be able to hop on Zoom and have an interview with no question. You can't say, well, I've never used Zoom before, or can I just come in person? No, that won't work. A lot of things are done virtually. So you can go to YouTube and get all the tutorials that you need in order to be successful and to learn these various apps and to learn the various software. Lots of instructional tutorials available to you for absolutely free. All you got to do is go to YouTube and type in whatever you want to type in, and somebody's teaching it or showing you how to do it. Okay? All right, moving right along to hack number 2. On your resume, you want to add a category that says recent skills. So recent skills is telling that employer that you have learned a particular, you're familiar with a particular app or a particular software, and so they know that learning and you're growing and you're flexible and you're trying to keep up with contemporary times relative to technology. So add that to your resume. Make sure your resume is professional and that it is contemporary and that it doesn't have a lot of no-nos on it. So have someone who is a professional, contemporary, check over your resume before you submit it, because you only get that one opportunity to submit that resume, and you want to make sure it's impressive and it doesn't, they used to say, this is an old school term, tell off on you in terms of, this person is ancient. Oh, while I'm on that subject, your email should be Gmail, no AOL, no Hotmail, no Yahoo. That is telling on you. That means when an employer or recruiter sees that, they automatically know you are behind the times. So it has to be Gmail. I don't care if you've been using AOL since the beginning. You can use it for your family and friends, but not for work. Okay? Moving right along here. We talked about hack number 1, hack number 2. Hack number 3 is join LinkedIn. LinkedIn, you can connect with individuals in your same field of work. There's virtual groups that you can join, ask questions, network. Also, individuals on LinkedIn are people that you have worked with before. I guarantee you that. Create a professional profile. The picture should be professional, not with your children, not with your husband, not with you at the park, but a professional photo of you, business photo on LinkedIn. So that is where you're going to do some online networking with former coworkers and individuals, maybe virtual individuals that you're just meeting for the first time who are in your field there on LinkedIn. Alrighty, moving right along to hack number 4. Are we on number 4 already? All right, so this is a hack that says, how about think about being a freelancer? So you might think, well, freelancer, yes, all the experience, all the skills that you have gathered, utilized over the years, you can actually make money selling those services as a consultant or as a coach. Now, there's a website, a site called Fiverr, if you haven't heard of it before, Fiverr. FIV is in Victor, ERR. Individuals are on there selling everything from soup to nuts, but also there are individuals on there who sell their consulting services. And if you are interested in becoming a consultant, selling your services or supporting individuals by coaching or selling knowledge, then you might want to go to YouTube first and type in how to become a consultant, how to become a coach, how to make money based on your skills and expertise and experience. And so that's something you might want to think about in terms of ways to make money. Like right now, I've been a career coach, vocational trainer, life skills coach, all of that for over 20 some years. And part of how I earn my living is by exactly what you see right here and right now. Okay, I have tons of experience working with diverse individuals, from all the way from preschoolers all the way to individuals who were recently incarcerated and are re-entering society. All right, so moving right along, we are on hack number 5, and learn the AI basics. AI is going nowhere. So you don't want to run from AI and say, oh, I don't want to learn AI. Well, AI has lots of good things going for itself in terms of being a means of being very resourceful, also helping you to understand something you might want to understand. And quiet is kept. When we go on Google and search, AI is pretty much doing the searching for us at this point. So you want to know the basics, and also you want to start using AI to your advantage. AI can help you to develop, like for me right now, creating this video. I got help from AI. So you want to be familiar with AI and not like AI. What? Yeah, I've never used AI before. Well, when you're looking for work, employers are looking for the sharpest and the best. And it doesn't mean you have to be, fresh out of college, but you have to be ready to learn, have an open mind, and believe I can learn and I can do it. It might take me a little bit longer, and I might have to go home and burn the midnight oil to learn whatever it is to learn, but I am determined to make it happen. Okay, so that goes for AI as well. Alrighty, moving right along to hack number 6. When you go for the interview or on the phone, a lot of employers are doing phone interviews. When you do, let's say they contact you and say they want to do a phone interview, you want to make sure that you have your notes prepared, because they're not going to just call you the same day. They're going to set it up, so you want to take some time out to write down notes about time, by being dependable, your maturity, and how you've mentored others, leadership on the job, and just pretty much be ready to talk about your experiences and the value you can bring. And you might slip in some of the recent applications and software and all of that you have learned and continuing to learn. Alrighty, moving on to let me back up for a second. When you do have the phone interview or the in-person interview, please don't go in and start talking about your age and your grandchildren and your knee operations and all that. Employers don't want to hear that. You will those are red flags for an employer, and you won't be successful in attaining employment. They want somebody crisp, somebody who's fresh, and it doesn't mean age-wise, but from a mentality standpoint. Yeah, and I hope you got the message there. Alrighty, moving right along. Volunteer. Yes, I'm a volunteer at heart. And what hack number 7 is suggesting, you volunteer in an area in which you want to attain employment. So you're continuing to enhance your skill. And also, if you haven't worked in a while, when you do volunteering in your particular field, you can add that on your resume. So on your resume, it doesn't just have to be paid experience. Volunteer experience counts as well. So you can look around for any company, organization, nonprofit that's looking for volunteers. And there's a website that has a database, and I can't think of it right now, but it lists all these agencies that are seeking volunteers, and you can go look at that database and make a determination as to which one would be more suitable for you, and then start volunteering. And volunteering is a great way to give back anyway, and it keeps you busy. You meet new people, and never know, you might end up with, some employment, paid employment from there, or you just might make a connection. Somebody might say, "Oh, I know this particular place is hiring," and then it's a good way to get out of the house and get off the sofa and turn that TV off. Okay, all righty, moving right along here. We are talking about hack number 8. Hack number 8 is saying build a brief. There's a lot of free ways you can promote yourself, and this one is suggesting have a website that has your information on it, any projects that you've done, any volunteer experience that you've had. Is suggesting on number 8 that you build a simple online portfolio. Now, that may get a little sophisticated for you, and you may choose not to do that, which is understandable, but it is for those who are a little bit more advanced. You might take that into consideration. All right. Practice virtual interviewing is hack number 9. Virtual interviewing, a lot of employers are doing Zoom, and if you go through Indeed, if you apply for a job on Indeed and an employer contacts you, they may do a virtual interview actually on the Indeed platform, but that's considered virtual. Now, you want to make sure that you're comfortable, you're familiar with Zoom or any of the other online platforms. So do a dry run to make sure that you're what's muted, was some of the features on the various virtual platforms. So when you do have the opportunity to interview, you're not like, well, we can't hear you, we can't see you. Of course, technical things can come up, but it shouldn't be on your part where you just don't know what in the heck you're doing because you're just trying it for the first time. No, 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 no. You want to do a dry run and get somebody to help you and show you and practice on Zoom, answering questions or just getting familiar with how to use the platform, but also practicing some questions. You can Google commonly asked questions by employers in 2025 and be able to answer those questions and be able to talk about the value you can bring to that particular position and that company, and talk about your previous experiences, all positive. All it has to be all positive experiences. All righty, moving right along to, are we on number 10 already? Hack number 10. It says use, and this is a good one. I'm just kind of catching on to this myself, I have to be honest. AARP has a job board for older workers. They have wonderful resources. They actually have a phone number you can call and actually talk to someone. It's Eastern time. So it's during regular business hours, I think Monday through Friday, something like 9 to 5. You can call and ask questions. And also you just go to the website and Google and look around, and there's tons of resources available for older workers who are seeking employment opportunities, job coaching, and jobs for older workers and employers that are that have a history of hiring older workers, and so on. And also there's another site called, I'm looking at my note, retiredbrains.com. Retiredbrains, all one word, .com, plural, and retiredbrains with an S.com, or workforce50.com. And these sites are for have resources and for older workers. Okay, I think I've covered all of the hacks 1 through 10, and I just want to encourage you. Your experience, as they say, is your superpower. You have paid your dues to gain this experience, and if you feel like you still have the vitality and all of that it takes to still want to work, well, more power to you, and there's no reason why you shouldn't want to want to work and attain meaningful employment. Personally, I'm going to keep working until the wheels fall off, because I'm grateful to God that I have great health and I'm enthusiastic, I have my right mind, all that good stuff, and I love getting out and meeting new people. All right, so don't let your age stop you. Let it elevate you. Let it elevate you. And if you found these tips to be helpful, my name is Maria. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment. And if you have any questions about looking for work, I'll be more than happy to answer them. And you can just say hello and let me know if these tips were helpful for you. I have one last tip that I just thought of. When you're looking for work, and let's face it, there are employers who discriminate against older workers. That's just God's truth. That's just the truth. I mean, there's no point, no ifs and ands and buts about it. When you read in a job description and it says recent college graduates, they're not talking about us. Okay, that's their way. That's a code word for saying younger workers. But when I go in a store and I see older workers, or when I go in an agency, that's a way, if you were looking to work, looking for work, you know by seeing older workers that company obviously hires older workers. So you could actually approach that older worker. You're not saying, well, you're an older worker, I want to ask you a question. No, you can just say, I'm interested in finding employment, and could you tell me how I could go about signing up, or how I could go about applying for a position here? And that tells you by seeing older workers that that employer obviously hires older workers, is older worker friendly. Let's put it that way, older worker friendly. So that's another little hack, So don't be afraid to open your mouth and say, are they hiring as far as you know, or where can I go and get more information? All right. So again, my name is Maria. Like and subscribe and leave a comment. And thank you for watching. And I wish you the best. I hope to see you at the top because that's where I hang out. Much success in your search for meaningful employment. And I am here to help you all the way. Bye-bye for now.